preparing. So, but for me, I think it's a good development. At last, the tournament will hold. The facilities will lend.
There's a date.
Yes, there's a date.
It's a different thing to say the tournament is holding. There is a date now.
We hope that
now we have to work towards that date and make it a possibility. That's the challenge.
It's a big challenge to him. And we just hope that the Cross River State government is a new government. I've seen the Commissioner for Sports, brilliant guy, very eloquent, but sometimes the Nigerian factor.
All right, so let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that November 8th will be November 8th.
Yeah.
2016, so that we can clear this National Sports Festival out of the way. It was supposed to be a festival to help celebrate 100 years of Nigeria's existence in 2014, but somehow it didn't happen. But we hope it happens in November. But I'm happy that there's a date to it. Now we have something to look forward to. Let's go on a quick break now. This time we're taking you to Abuja now. Over the weekend, 3 out of the 4 Nigerian clubs were on duty. For Warri Wolves, it was easy because their opponents from Sao Tome and Principe failed to show up. So they qualified for the next round of the CAF Champions League without kicking a ball. For Enyimba, Onye was with them in Kampala, Uganda. They went, they saw, and lost by the odd goal. But they are optimistic that they can turn things around. Oye will be speaking to us about that in the next couple of minutes. For Aqua United, I mean, that was the best result of the week. They traveled to Point Noir in Congo, and they took out AS Mokonda of Congo 1-0. That's their first ever game on the continent, and they made it a very memorable one. We'll talk about it as well. But for Nasarawa United, they were playing at home in the CAF Confederations Cup against the team from Senegal, Generation, but they had a slim 2-1 win. Let's bring you highlights of that game played at the Abuja National Stadium, and then we'll come back and talk about Nigerian clubs on the continent, and of course also talk about the Nigerian Football Federation Executive Committee having the Executive Committee meeting in Abuja tomorrow. Some highlights for you, but the story of the game, in case you didn't follow, was that Nasarawa scored first through Tayo Fabi early in that game. That was the goal you saw in the highlights. And beginning of the second half, Generation equalized, and the game was 1-1 for a very long time until a few minutes at the end of the game when Nasarawa scored from the penalty spot to win the game by 2-1. So they are taking that slim 2-1 advantage to the return leg in a fortnight. That's the result on your screen. For Aqua United, we spoke about this. Only good result. New signing, I mean, he was in the club, left, went to Pillars and came back. Obama Repai with the goal and the first half, and they held on to it. But there were very unpleasant stories of maltreatment, of assault from the Congolese. But this is not a surprise. We know what Congo can do. They always do it to us anytime we go there to play. But I don't understand why they will be doing this when they know that they are coming for the return leg.
Well, I think the fans who foment trouble don't travel with the team.
Oh, maybe.
So they just decide, to cause a lot of problem for the team.
And then stay back.
And then stay back and allow the team to come and
suffer
the repercussion. But it's not good for Nigerian football, especially Point Noir. Remember what they did to the Super Eagles during the qualifiers. The match had to be
stopped for some minutes.
For almost 10 minutes before it continued. So, I feel somehow CAF has been very lenient with some part of Africa. They get away with a lot of things, and it's not good for football. You can come to Nigeria and also get a victory if you put your mind towards it. So it shouldn't be that because I lost,
African football shouldn't,
and you start causing trouble. If you believe you have a good team, you can win anywhere.
Well, I'm going to come back to take you on that, but I beg your pardon, Yemi. Nasarawa United with a slim 2-1 win over Generation of Senegal. Difficult. The team got the away goal, but then that's Tayo Fabi's early goal. I thought Nasarawa were going to do the job.
I thought so too.
Don't concede at home. Very, very key. Don't concede at home. And then, I mean, I think this is the equalizer. Okay.
I mean, I expected them to, you know, at least get two unreplied goals. And that will put you in a very comfortable situation. If you ask me, I think they're living dangerously. If you look at the pedigree of their opponents, one would expect that a second division side that here on the basis of winning the FA Cup in Senegal, you would expect Nasarawa to do better.
Look at. I mean, they had a lot of chances, and you ask yourself, I mean, was it a case of
well, in Nigeria,
or not playing at home?
We can console ourselves with the fact that Nasarawa are very good travelers here in Nigeria. I don't know if that will extend to
the continent.
To the continent. That's the only consolation. But 2-1, it's like walking on thin ice. It could break anywhere. It's very tricky. You could get there, those guys score just one goal, and like you said, that away goal that those guys have is precious, very, very precious. I mean, I would even take a 1-0 victory.
Over a 2-1.
Over a 2-1.
Yeah, a 1-0 is a lot better than the 2-1.
It's a lot better. They have their work cut out. They don't have much of an advantage. You know, they have to defend with one mind and hope to get their opponents. You know, and not. I mean, it's key that they don't concede goals. Once they don't concede goals, they know they have won.
But Oye, I mean, let's still give Nasarawa some credit. Generation will still have to win the second leg to knock Nasarawa out. Yeah. And that's some advantage for Nasarawa. They could go out there, if they get the right strategies, go out there, know that you have to score, and make it difficult for the Senegalese team.
Yeah, that's the advantage. I've seen some North African teams come to Nigeria, score in the first 5-10 minutes, and seal up the game. You know, so everything is possible in football. And Kabiru Dogo said it after the game that there is still hope for them. We just hope that they have learned one or two things about the team from Senegal. I think the major problem is that some of the opponents of Nigerian teams were largely unknown. You know, in Africa, even though you have some news on their website, some very key issues are kept in the dark. You know, so when
you can come with the element of surprise.
Yes, when you play and you are not very careful, you are not very tactical, you could concede goals in the first or second half because you don't know how to approach the game. So I think having played them, that should give them the right, you know, frame of mind to go towards going for the second leg. We just hope that the players can rise up to the occasion. They can go there and believe that they can get victory in Senegal.
With the kind of support that they get from the Nasarawa state government,
the mentality,
Nasarawa have to do a lot more.
Yes, the mentality should have to be strong. Because when you are going for an away game in Africa, a lot of things...
West Africa, for that matter, Senegal.
A lot of things will be thrown at you. The players have to develop strong mentality. They have to have thickness of fiber. Yeah. And they must have to concentrate on the field of play and give it their all.
All right, we wish Nasarawa the best of luck. They can go out there and still get the job done and justify the huge investment that the Nasarawa
the governor was actually there to watch them.
To watch the game. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So they have to do a lot more to justify all of this investment from the Nasarawa state government. Let's come now to the bigger one, the CAF Champions League. I was almost saying UEFA Champions League. The CAF Champions League, that's the bigger one. And for us, it doesn't get bigger than Enyimba of Aba. Onye was with the team in Kampala. They went. A lot went into preparation for this game, and we were thinking that Enyimba will get a better result than this. But a lot of us were disappointed that it didn't quite happen for Enyimba the way we wanted it to happen. For Warri Wolves, they qualified for the next stage without kicking a ball. Their opponent from Sao Tome and Principe failed to show up, so they are through to the next round without kicking a ball. But the next round comes with a huge test for Warri Wolves because they're going to be up against Sudanese club Al Merrek, who are traditional club, a very big club when it comes to
experience
the CAF
Champions
League. They played up to the group stage last season, and so that's going to be a very, very big test for Warri Wolves. So they now have to start to begin to prepare for the game against Sudan. But for Enyimba, tell us what happened. We were following the game. Enyimba looked like they had the game under control. We're creating chances upon chances from the reports we were getting, but suddenly they considered a goal, and that was the end of it.
Well, Tony, like you said, it's a shame. You know, the first half was, you know, Enyimba were in control of the game.
Enyimba all the way.
Yes, around 10th minute, Chinedu dodging. You know, it was a controversial issue. Owadegu gave a corner kick, and Chinedu dodging.
Owadegu the left back.
Yes, and Chinedu dodging appeared to his header appeared to have crossed the line, but the referee told him later on when I asked him that. he was relying on the judgment of the assistant referee.